Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. A call to Hopkins County Sheriff's deputies regarding suspected activity on County Road 3197 led deputies to a tent set up on a property of the individual making the call. When deputies arrived at the tent set up in a hay meadow, Jamal Rashad Joseph, age 29, of Dallas, appeared highly aggravated and displayed a large knife. When asked to drop the knife, Joseph threatened to harm the officer. The officer deployed a taser, but Joseph removed the probe. He then told the officer, quote, "You done, expletive deleted, up, now I'm gonna kill you." Joseph then advanced toward the deputy with knife in hand, waving it at the deputy. Once additional deputies arrived, Joseph was tased and deputies were able to place him in custody. Joseph is in Hopkins County Jail, charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault public servant with deadly weapon and with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. He's being held on bonds totaling $205,000. According to Assistant District Attorney Clay Harrison, Juan Carlos Barbosa Hernandez, age 25, of San Luis Potosi, Mexico, pled guilty to driving while intoxicated with a child under 15, a state jail felony. He was arrested due to speeding 105 miles per hour on Interstate 30 in Sulphur Springs. Pursuant to a DWI investigation, his blood alcohol content was at 0.15 and 0.16, approximately twice the legal limit. At the time of his arrest, he had 2 children in the back seat, ages 5 and 7. His wife was a passenger in the front seat of the vehicle. Pursuant to the plea agreement, the defendant was convicted of a felony and sentenced to 30 days in county jail. The district attorney's office coordinated with the Federal Department of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, better known as ICE, and deportation officer was present in court. According to ICE, an immigration hold has been placed on the defendant, and he faces deportation proceedings in Dallas shortly. The defendant had no other criminal history. Doug Moore was appointed to the Sulphur Springs City Council Place 6 Tuesday night during the May regular session of the council. City Attorney Jim McElroy addressed the council regarding the proper procedure to fill the vacancy on the council created by the resignation of City Councilman Dan Frontenberger.
Mr. Mayor, you have in front of you a legal opinion regarding the appropriate method of filling this vacancy. The city charter provides that vacancies will be filled by appointment. The appointment to serve until the next regular election of the council. There was been some question raised as to potential conflict with Article 11 of the Texas Constitution. But reading Article 11, and I've cited 30 or 40 different authorities in that legal opinion, it's very extensive. I will tell you that's gleaned from 300 or 400 authorities that are all consistent. If you can construe a statutory provision or an ordinance or a charter, and you can harmonize them with the Constitution, you're required to do that. In this case, it's very easy to harmonize because, in fact, if you look at the legislative history of the 2013 amendments to the Texas Constitution that this language is sourced from that we're talking about, it specifically refers to cities like the city of Sulphur Springs, and subsequent to that, cities are adopting new charters with exactly provisions that the city of Sulphur Springs has. I feel very confident that the proper method of filling this vacancy is for you to appoint a council member as early as tonight if you choose to fill that vacancy, to assume office and be sworn in at the June meeting with the other incoming council members. And they will serve not the remaining term in Mr. Frontenberger's term, they will serve by our charter until next May when they will have to stand for election. They would then stand for election the following May when the regular term for Place 6 expires. So they're going to have to serve, they're going to have to stand 2 elections a year apart, and that's the only inconvenience.
The council, based on the legal opinion, moved forward to elect a new council member. Several names were presented to the council of those who had expressed a desire to serve. Place 2 Councilman Clay Walker spoke to the nomination of Doug Moore, and Place 4 Councilman Freddie Taylor spoke to the recommendation of Brad Bergen.
Doug Moore is preeminently qualified for this by training and experience. He's got some whiskers. He's been around a while, although he's not as old as I am. And he's a certified public accountant, semi-retired, been in many businesses, been the chief financial officer of some big businesses, a lot of construction related stuff, and general things. He served on the Planning and Zoning Commission at one time, a number of years ago. He was on the Industrial Foundation at one time, and he doesn't have an axe to grind or the appearance of any axe to grind. His motives, in my view, are purely altruistic and in the interest of the city. His wife's a retired teacher. He's a member of a local church that, and his in-laws are all from here. Anyway, I think he'd be a really good choice.
Thank you, Council. Anybody else like to speak or have any other interjections on any of the other potential candidates? Well, I will then call this to well, we can go ahead and just do a normal vote if we want to out loud.
We need a motion.
That's what I mean.
Well, Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I would like to say, I like to put a hand in for Brad Burgess.
Okay.
He likewise is his hometown guy. He's even served on the council before and as mayor in the past. I think he, against Mr. Fromberger, he fought the good fight. He did everything he could to win, but he fell short. And I think this is an opportunity to, again, someone who is qualified, who's been on the city council. He served on different boards that we've asked him to do for us. And he has, at least to me, he has no axe to grind. When I met him, when I was going for election the first time, he was pure, his thoughts were for the city, about everything that the city does. And so I'm just putting my hat in for Brad Burgess. Okay.
Well, since we have two that have been mentioned and spoke to, is any other body who would like to speak on anybody's behalf or anything? Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and then write down our choices this time and pass them to me, and I'll see where we stand.
The final vote to appoint Moore to the council was unanimous. Moore will take the oath of office in June and serve until May 2019. At that time, place 6 will be on the ballot for the remainder of the term to which Frauenberger was elected. Then place 6 will be on the ballot the following year, according to the rotation of election of council members.
Okay, from council, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes for Doug Moore and 1 vote for Brad Burgess. Being Mr. Taylor.
So the clear way right now, we have a motion and a second to approve that appointment.
Okay.
I'll make the motion that we approve Doug Moore as replacement for place 6.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we appoint Doug Moore for place 6.
Understanding what you're voting on is an appointment that will be sworn in June and continue just until May. It's not really replacing place 6. It's filling the term until the next regular election.
Could I ask you to amend the motion for it to be effective June?
Well, the first Tuesday in June.
First
And I
Tuesday.
think it actually extends through the first meeting of the June of the following year.
So, I mean, that's covered by
The election. It extends until the election. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is May 4th, 2019.
And do I understand that we'll hold that election concurrently with the regular election for the next 2 spots?
There will be 2 regular places up in the May election in 2014, and place 6 will be up again.
Okay, so it won't have to be a separate election, it'll be with that. All right. Okay, proceed, I'm sorry.
Do we need a second?
Yeah, I need to say.
What your amendment is, your motion is to appoint Doug to fill the unexpired term until
Until the regular schedule.
the next regular scheduled election.
So I amend my motion
I got it.
to say that.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Do I have a second on the amended motion?
My second.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded that we appoint Doug Moore until the next regular election as the council person for place 6. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries.
4 U.S. military veterans will be honored Thursday, May 3rd at the courthouse steps at 11:30 a.m. The 4 Hopkins County men either have or will soon participate in a Veterans Honor Flight. Veterans Honor Flights provide an opportunity to veterans to visit the various war memorials in the nation's capital. A program including remarks by David Watson, who has served as an escort on previous flights, and Gordon Payne, a veteran who has been on previous honor flights, along with Hopkins County Judge Robert Newsom, will provide opportunities to honor the veterans. Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.
I am grateful for the right to vote for those who serve on this council. The right to approach this council with concerns and esteem. The freedom to explore options and make connections to address the well-being of our community. The freedom of press to provide information to the citizens. Free assembly and free speech. To those present who stand for the issue of recycling. For the technology that allows a Facebook page titled Evergreen Springs for discussion and promoting ingenious ways to recycle, reduce, and reuse. I am also grateful for those who have shared information on the subject of recycling. With each conversation, I have learned some of the dynamics involved with this subject in the city. I have learned of resources and opinions. Most of the opinions are positive. With today's check on the recent News Telegram poll for curbside collection, the results reveal that 62.3% of the respondents are for recycling. Please note, curbside is not the only option. Not submitted by me, on Monday, April 23rd, there was a letter to the editor of the News Telegram, who is an obvious advocate. At this day and age, we must abandon the use of human waste as garbage. The capitalist economic system operates on demand and supply. Human refuse must be viewed as supply. As this is the 21st century and public education has taught environmental science for over 30 years, the time has come to act on what we have learned. I repeat my vision. Silver Springs and Hopkins County can become the site of postmodern practice for service and industry, which may include production for more biodegradable containers, especially for food services, as well as other commercial endeavors from recycled products. A leader is innovative. Here is a final quote. We have already put Silver Springs on the map as a bright star. Now let's make it a beacon. Thank you.